Motorcycle rotisserie frame fixture jig part 2. The full build. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, I'm really excited. Finally finished out this little fixture project. I started with a basic frame jig kit from Chop Source. Here's their diagram. They've got a good product, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently using their basic kit. Alright, here we go. I am starting out with 3x3 square tubing. That's going to be my base. Laying out the cut marks. And now we're going to use a bandsaw and get these pieces cut. And you would think with the price of metal nowadays that all you would get would be new metal. Well, that's not the case. We had to take what we can get. We'll clean all this up later before we paint it. Alright, here we go. The pieces are all cut to length. Installing the uprights. The front is 36. The back isn't. A little bit shorter. And fireball squares, man, I love these things. I use them a lot. Not a paid endorsement. They're great, man. They will make your life so much easier. They speed up the process, make it foolproof of squaring up tubing. Yeah, check them out, man. Okay, let's get this thing welded. Now the Chop Source Deluxe Rotisserie Kit comes with all of the bracketry. But we wanted to go a little bit less expensive route and just order the parts I didn't want to fabricate. So we've got these welded up now and squared up. And it really doesn't take a lot of extra time usually to do a little bit of custom work or signature type work, something to stand out. So instead of just laying the frame on top of these legs here, I'm going to notch them out. Drew my center line, and we're going to be laying 3-inch tubing in there, so 1.5 inches on each side, and setting the depth. Yeah, always go that extra mile. Make your work stand out. Yeah, let's not be cookie cutter. That's one of the reasons I didn't just purchase the full kit, cut the metal and put it together. Nothing against guys who want to do that. It's perfectly fine. Just not the route I want to go. Alright, anyway, we are mounting the pads for the casters. And I'm going to put 2 locking casters on one end. And then just 2 that are rigid on the opposite end. And the 2 that are locking will swivel. Okay, we're getting this thing set into place. Be like building a log cabin, huh? Squaring it up. Well, the old saying is measure twice, cut once. Well, square up 3 times before you weld, definitely. And we've tacked that all into place now, and we're ready to rock the welding. And you'll notice I'm not going to weld this all the way around. Since this is just the base, we don't want to over weld. A lot of times guys will over weld, and I've done that myself in the past. You start welding something like this with uprights, well, they're going to get twisted out of shape, or it's hard to keep it from that. And now we're going to get this thing prepped. And off to the paint booth. Okay, now we're going to work on the fixture itself. Getting the square tubing. Now this is 2x2 square tubing. And actually one of the uprights is going to be a 3x2 square tubing that's going to hold the head or neck piece. And the rear upright has to be able to slide. So I'm going to install a little washer, give us a little bit extra clearance. We're just going to weld this back mount. Get it squared up. And boom, there it is. And so now we're going to be working on the rotisserie mount. And instead of just laying this on the top or trying to cut it in, anything like that, well, I want to sink it in slightly because it's going to give it a really nice look. And we'll get our hose saw, notch that out. You can see about where that mount is going to land in relationship with the hose saw. And we'll slide that into place. There we have it. And now we'll move on to our actual rotating mount itself. And you'll notice that I doubled the plates on these because during the welding process, if that wasn't mounted to something or fixtured up into something, welding it would bend that plate. Then it'd be out of square, and then, yeah, we're just going to avoid all that. Put a backing on it, weld it, be done. Now you can see everything's nice and true. Going to level up the housing. Get that thing welded out. And we're going to install our locking nut. This will allow us to put a handle on it and tighten down the rotisserie in any position we decide to stop at. Now this is a 1-inch bolt, and we are going to install it at the end of the handle because I have an extra handle left over from another project. I don't want to use it on this one. Hey, here's a shot of the Chop Source basic kit. All of the tubing is cut. The upright mount is welded into place. Time for assembly. Yeah, that handle was off of a bead roller that I had motorized, so I didn't need that any longer. Came in useful for this kit though. And now we're going to install the upright for the front of the fixture. Just lightly hold that into place. No need to crank that down. Now we're mounting it, the fixture jig, into the base. And I'd fabricated these little plates and matched them, drilled them out. And we don't want to tighten everything up just yet because we still need to level it all out. And we still have the ability to go up and down, change the height of this in the rotisserie. Now I'm mounting the head unit, sliding that into place. And cones installed. That's where your neck cups will sit, or the neck of your motorcycle, I should say. All right, now it's time for the rear upright. And that's the back axle mount. Yeah, this kit has a lot of adjustability. I really like that. And ordering this basic frame kit really took out a lot of the fabrication guesswork. That was the way to go. The rest of it, yeah, I can handle that fabricating. Everything came together really nicely. I'm really happy with it. Can't wait to get a frame on this thing and take off. There's the locking handle. And that's how you can set your rake. Now this is a part 2. There's a part 1. You can go on our video page, check that out, and check out all of our other videos. First rotation. No binding, anything like that. It rotates really freely. And it'll self-center itself. And a shot of the lock. And I just want to say thanks for watching.